Well, here we are, folks, and time for another riveting video. Hobs are apparently for cooking on and tables are apparently for eating on. So Firebase Hob has had to be withdrawn, and this is now taking its place. So here we have two what of my favourite helicopters. We have two S-61Rs. Better known in Vietnam War terms as the Jolly Green, which was a HH-3E or HH-3C derivative of the Sikorsky S-61R, which is basically a Sea King with a rear ramp. Now, in a previous video, I covered the Malagasy Marines, the last major Wessex operation, which was the 1991 Gulf War, which was the last major outing of the Wasteland Wessex Commando HU5. Now, from the 1970s, the late 1970s, the Malagasy Marines have been looking at replacing the venerable Wessex, which first entered service in the mid to late 1960s. So they wanted something capable, and they wanted something that was available. So they worked with Wasteland and Sikorsky, and came up with the plan to refurbish and modernise a load of S-61R airframes. This is what came out the end. Now, they had quite a lot of airframes available because the Air Force had been using the Jolly Green in Malagasy service, and the Malagasy Special Operations had been using the Pave Pig, which is the MH-3E. Now, what makes this aircraft special is it's essentially like a miniature Merlin, but it has a refuelling probe. And here we have two versions which I've concocted to go with the Jolly Green, which I've already built, which is in the Vietnam box. First of all, we'll start off in the Gulf War in 1991. These had just entered service a few years before, and they were kitted out to go and take on Saddam, working with the US Marine Corps around Qajafi and into Kuwait. And the modifications for the first Gulf War consisted of a infrared countermeasures system here, chaff and flare dispensers on each side, and countermeasures here. Now, this is the Lindbergh kit, which is a very basic kit. It doesn't have any interior, so I've added a rear ramp, plasticard interior, and I've added some interior there, so it's not so basic. Again, it's just plasticard, and I've done the rear ramp in a lowered position with an M60 from a Italeri kit on the ramp there. I've added a couple of extra aerials, not going into my normal aerial overkill, and then I've used a winch here that was spare from a Fujimi Sea King. This has come off of Fujimi Spares a Repair Sea King. Added the little pit-up probes there just from a thin plastic tube. Added the wire bits there, and the missile alert system. A couple of M60 machine guns, one on each side from Italeri kit. And I think it looks rather splendid. So these would have had more power than the Pave Pigs that the Americans took to the desert in 1991. The colours are Valley-Ho UK light stone and USAF maroon or brown, just with some decals from the spare box. It sounds like someone's trying to kill their Audi out there street racing. Welcome to the UK. And then I've just painted this as sympathetically as I can. Now, the Lindbergh kit is a really nice basic kit. When you add the interior, it comes out okay. I've added sort of seatbelt straps there. And the only problem with the kit is you have like a little bit of a joining piece here. And so all I do is I just bring the nose round a little bit further and just paint over that. Now, these would have had extra armour down here anyway, like the Jolly Greens, so it doesn't really cause too many problems for me. And then I've added a little cargo hook there that I've just made out of plasticard. So that is just one of my favourite builds at the minute. I really do like it. To me, it looks the part. So this would be their first go into combat. They would then have gone off to Somalia in 1993, operations around the Middle East, supporting the protection of the Kurds in the aftermath of Gulf War I, which didn't go too great. But anyway, here is the next evolvement of the type. So this is Operation Rabarus, which is a kind of like Operation Barras, but it's the 1995 Malagasy fightings in the African theatre against warlords, against terrorists, against bad actors, that kind of stuff. And this is a Revell kit, very old Revell Jolly Green kit. Again, I've beefed up the countermeasures, so it's now got the infrared suppression systems on the side. It's got a forward-looking flare from the spares box. It's got CMK countermeasures all over it because the threats were getting more and more dangerous to helicopters. It's got an early type SATCOM antenna, some bulges, more countermeasures, and this is finished in forest green overall from Valleyho. And I think this is, again, I'm biased, but I really like this. I've added a rescue winch from a Chinook, done the rotor blades so they can be taken off on both of these for storage, and it's got a Revell air filter box from the Sea King, because as these went on in service, they got the filter boxes that the Sea Kings got, and they got more engine power. Kept the in-flight refueling probe, which was absolutely essential for their MAGTAF role, and then just some more detailing. And I think I'm going to have to go because the children are calling. But there we go, S-61Rs from 1991 and 1995. Let me know what you think. I hope you like the builds. The last one in the trilogy will be a 2005 Afghanistan campaign one. And then I'll be able to put the Jolly Green, the 1991, 1995, and then the 2005 one together. I hope you like them. I've really enjoyed building these old kits. I'll now put them in their relevant boxes. Out of Budget Lady's way. Take care. Goodbye.